All right, the music is coming to an end. Are you going to steal my show again and introduce? You want to go ahead and do it? You did it last time.
No, we good. You got all antsy and pissy about it last time, so we good.
I didn't get pissy. I'm just trying to teach you some respect.
Nah, really?
Oh man, well, this is our official, our third unofficial podcast, but our official Clash of Champions preview prediction show. How do you like that?
Yep. Yeah, fair enough.
So Clash of Champions is tomorrow, boss, and it's in the Spectrum Center, I believe it's called, in Charlotte, North Carolina, man. It'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Kickoff show at 6 p.m. And, well, how you been doing, boss man?
I've been doing pretty good. You've been a pain in the neck all day, but, other than that,
what?
Pretty good. I said YouTube has been a pain in the neck.
Oh, YouTube! I thought it was me. I said I haven't even started talking until now.
No.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, in case you guys are tuning in, man, I am the J-Dogg. This is JNW Boss. We'll have the description to our shows and all our buddy shows. Third Strike, Coltrane, XTV. All of ours will be up here in the cards. Click on the upper right-hand corner of this video. And also in the description, we have WWE 2K19 Universe modes going on. Boss is starting Season 2 of AOA and AOR. I just had my Money in the Bank pay-per-view a while ago, and I just brought back Universe mode after a brief little break. And we had WCW Nitro, so go check all that good stuff out. You want to add anything to that?
I guess. Well, first off, definitely check out Nitro. It was really good. And, basically, you've covered all of the fine bases. Yeah, just, again, check everybody out. Everybody's doing some great stuff around here.
Tell them.
2K20 around the corner and all of that.
Tell them your part. Subs, like, all that stuff. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do that. Do that while I take a sip.
And of course, at any point during this little podcast, if you feel so inclined, feel free to click the like, comment, and subscribe, and also click the bell icon on this and every other channel listed. That way you don't miss another upload. There we go.
Awesome, man. I love when you do that. Gives me goosebumps.
That's right.
It's probably the only time you don't piss me off, but all right, man. You know what? Let's not. I know we both love to ramble on, but I want to. Let's try. Let's make it our goal to get this thing under an hour. What do you say?
We'll do the best that we can.
Okay. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna get it under an hour. So we're gonna talk on Giggle. We don't have NXT to review, so we'll get right into Clash of Champions. But before that, I guess the big thing going on has been the King of the Ring tournament. I have the bracket here right in front of me. If you want to talk anything about it or tell me which one's your favorite matches, what do you think about it overall? You got the floor, boss man.
So far, I like the fact, like, when I first heard they were bringing back the King of the Ring, I'm like, what the heck y'all bringing back the King of the Ring for exactly? And then I heard the participants that were going to be in it, and I'm like, okay, this is shaping up to be a pretty good tournament.
Wait. Let me cut you there, because you said you weren't excited to bring it back. Can you elaborate on that? Why weren't you excited that they were bringing it back?
Because the last couple of times they've done the King of the Ring, in particular, like 2009, whenever, Barrett, Sheamus, Regal.
Gotcha.
The past two or three of them have been really, like, bad and, like, pointless, really, to tell you the truth. They never really went anywhere. And then they were bringing it back this year, and I was wondering, like, wait, why? And then they listed the participants who were going to be in the tournament, and we've gotten some great matches out of it. Like, almost all the matches have been good to great, really. Like, one of my personal favorites was Joe versus Cesaro.
Oh, yeah, it's the first one here having the bracket. Matches. Yeah, that was great. That was first round.
Yeah. I can't remember all of them, and some of the matches I immediately didn't see. But yeah.
Well, we had, let me see, I'll run it down real quick. We got Samoa Joe, Cesaro first round, and this is the Raw bracket. They had Raw and SmackDown bracket. So we had Raw bracket, Cesaro, Joe. They got Ricochet and Drew McIntyre. That was one hell of a match as well, man.
Okay.
Did you see that one, or?
No, that's the one I didn't.
Oh, okay. That I did see that one. That was a hell of a match, man. I really enjoyed the hell out of that match. It was I guess they were building up Drew McIntyre. Everybody was picking him. Everybody on commentary there was picking, Drew McIntyre's in with us. So it kind of made it an upset. I mean, the way they've been pushing Ricochet and the way they haven't been pushing too much McIntyre didn't really surprise me that much that Ricochet won.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, because he was feuding with AJ and all that, too, beforehand.
Yeah. And then they had Cedric Alexander and Sami Zayn. That was It's a good match, a little lackluster. Me, I don't know. I mean, they just been burying Sammy so much, even though he's.
Even the Jack squat with Sammy.
Oh, even though he's doing great on the mic, man.
No. Actually, no. You can't really say they haven't been doing that because, like, I think part of his charm is watching him get the crap.
And watching him lose, exactly.
Yeah,
No, I like what they've been doing of giving him the mic and letting him run with it. I do like that.
Right, and now what they have going with him and Shinsuke Nakamura too. I like that. I like that little part.
That's kind of interesting. We'll talk about that because they're involved in a Intercontinental title match. So we'll talk about that after. To round off that side of the tournament was The Miz and Baron Corbin. I was like, ooh, I don't know.
I don't know about all this, man, but okay.
I don't remember. I think I caught a piece of the match. I don't know if it was that good or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, second round, then it was Samoa Joe and Ricochet, and I think that's where they ended up in a draw somehow. My memory's kind of shooting me there.
Count out or something like that? Or?
Yes, I believe it was. And then the referee just went away. They're both like, hey, who won? Anyway, Baron Corbin beat Cedric Alexander. Then we had this past week the semifinal, which was then made a triple threat. Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin. Never seen that before in the tournament.
Nope, never seen it before, and honestly, it was a pretty good triple threat match, all things considered.
It was, man. It was. I just caught it today. I DVR'd it. I don't watch Raw live. I do work on Mondays as well, sometimes late. And when I get home, like I enjoy watching Raw and being able to skip over things. So I do DVR it and then I go back and watch it. And actually, Raw wasn't. We can talk about that another time. But Raw wasn't too bad this week. And the King of the Ring tournament has made Raw and SmackDown to me a little more watchable, even though there's still a lot of fluff and a lot of things that could do better. But that was a great triple threat match. Baron Corbin won. What do you think there?
He pinned Samoa Joe. I'm not too surprised. I mean, everybody was really hating on it because everybody online and stuff was really kind of hating on it, like, way to bury Samoa Joe and Ricochet again over Baron Corbin. But here's the thing, though. The second I saw that they were going to do the whole crown and scepter thing as far as the King of the Ring went, I'm like, and that eliminates Joe. That eliminates anybody serious winning this thing.
You can't have those guys walking around with the crown.
Like the second I saw they were doing the crown, the robe, and the scepter, I'm like, okay, that eliminates any serious contender winning this thing.
Yeah, so Joe's kind of out. Yeah, Ricochet was out. I couldn't see. I can't see Kevin. Well, maybe Kevin Owens could pull it off, but not the way they're building him now. But anyway, so Baron Corbin makes it to the final. I actually, not to get too much into Corbin, but I'm not a big Corbin fan. I get why people don't like him, but I think he's very underrated as a heel. And I was looking at his in-ring work. He keeps getting better. I'm fine with Baron Corbin, man, being one of the top heels on Raw. I have no problem. I might get some heat for this from the internet crowd, but I don't have a big problem with Baron Corbin, man. Is he a top heel? Is he somebody I prefer to see over Samoa Joe, over Kevin Owens, over other guys like that? No, I like The Miz better as a heel, but I don't mind Baron Corbin, man. I don't mind Baron Corbin. And well, after we get to, I don't know, what do you think about Baron Corbin as a heel, as a performer?
I personally don't mind Baron Corbin. I mean, like his stuff with Seth Rollins was like really annoying. I was like kind of wanting to call an end to that real fast. But I can see a King kind of working with him a little bit. I
could too, man. And the people, I don't know, they said that he's getting get off my TV heat. I thought he was getting that maybe at the beginning, but now it's turning into legit. I think it's turning into legit heat. And if you saw the crowd at Madison Square Garden, man, they're hardcore fans, and there were some chanting during that match. There were some chanting Baron Corbin, then Corbin sucks was louder, but they had that thing going on. And when he won, there was I wouldn't say a pop, but maybe a little bit of a buzz when he won. So there might be something there that, again, Vince McMahon is senile and all this. We say it all the time, isn't it? But Vince McMahon, at the end of the day, he's still somewhat of a genius in some way, so maybe he sees some things that we don't see at times, and this might be one of the ones where Baron Corbin might turn into a good heel. No, I'm not kissing Vince's ass. We could criticize him and talk about all the stuff he's not doing, but all day long. But just in this particular instant, I'm not against Baron Corbin, man, being one of the top heels or being the King of the Ring. So
I'm not either, man. So I guess to fast forward to the SmackDown piece.
But
Jack Gable won on that side.
Yes, he did.
By beating Shane McMahon in a way that kind of continues the Shane and Kevin Owens storyline. And people say Kevin Owens got buried. What? No.
I don't think he did, man. Look, he already beat Shane McMahon. We were talking about SummerSlam before this. He already beat Shane McMahon fair and square in the middle of the ring. It was no contra that he beat his ass in the middle of the ring, got his win. And I mean, they want to continue. I understand why people don't want to continue seeing that. They're kind of tired. I don't either. There's some other, that authority. I had this conversation with someone online in one of my videos. They were talking about the authority figure angles and stuff, and they're like, I said, you know what, I'd rather them have something like an NXT where Regal comes out as needed and he makes the matches and he doesn't really get involved. And they countered back with, well, why don't they do like Ring of Honor? Ring of Honor has, like, I don't watch a lot of Ring of Honor, but they said that, they don't have him on air at all. Any authority figures, there's a board of directors. There's a board of directors that just makes the matches. So I said, you know what, I don't mind that either. I don't mind that or William Regal thing, but this authority thing, I think, has ran its course, and they still kind of try to beat it in you with Shane McMahon. I thought that'd be over when Shane McMahon took over SmackDown, because he was kind of just making matches and staying out of the way. But then he got involved with Daniel Bryan, and now with Kevin Owens. I'm done with that, man.
And the crazy thing, it doesn't seem like that's the case on Raw. Like, if you really look
You're right.
Do we really see an authority figure on Raw? No, we don't.
That's a good point.
So I don't get why they got to keep running it into the ground with Shane. And another thing I don't get, to segue us back on track, because I don't think we're going to get under an hour at this rate. But
we will. We'll make it. We'll make it.
To kind of segue into the show that we're going to talk about, why is Corbin versus Gable not happening at Clash of Champions?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to get into the other bracket, but that's fine. We saw Kevin Owens. Just to go over quick, Kevin Owens, Elias. Elias wins. Ali, Buddy Murphy, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin, Apollo Crews, Andrade. Second round, Elias beats Ali. Chad Gable beats Andrade, which was a great match, man. Andrade's awesome. I thought he had a chance to maybe win this, but it got to the finals. Elias got injured. Shane McMahon got placed in. Everybody pissed off, but I'm glad that they made it Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin. Looks good. The big time heel, the underrated heel against the guy that's the underdog now. I could see either of these two guys winning. I thought this match was going to be, like you said, going on your point, I thought this was going to be at the Clash of Champions, man. It makes no damn sense. You had a Raw bracket, you have a SmackDown bracket. How are you going to have the finals then on Raw? You're supposed to have it at Clash of Champions where all the titles are being decided. So decide the title of King of the Ring.
And I guess this kind of shows the point that people have been saying for like years now, that WWE don't really care about their pay-per-views anymore. You pass up. And here's the thing. Here's what you really could have did. I don't watch the pre-show. I don't. I really don't. I'm not ever going to watch the pre-show for Clash of Champions, honestly. I stopped caring about the pre-show after Survivor Series 2018, when they were sitting there saying the win SmackDown had on the pre-show didn't count.
Oh, I stopped caring about pre-shows probably back in 1935.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you never cared about them in the first place.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's really what I stopped caring about. But, like, they could have had the King of the Ring final on the pre-show, at least, at the very least, to get people actually watching the pre-show, for one. And then for two, it makes sense. But whatever.
I don't know how I feel about it being on the pre-show, because you want to make it, and they've done a good job with the tournament, making it feel prestigious. Those first round matches, second round matches. I mean, made it feel good, and they gave the matches enough time to breathe. You got these great matches. This is another thing, not to sidetrack too much, but I wanted to give your take on this. I talked to Third Strike a lot about, and we went back and forth. He likes this type of tournament where it's, week after week, and it's not a one-night tournament. I told him that I prefer and I like the one-night tournament as we had back in 93, 94, 95 with the first Kings of the Ring. I like the atmosphere of that, but I'm going to give it to him, man. If he's listening to this, I'm going to give it to Third Strike. The thing I like about this type of tournament is that the matches get a lot more time. In that King of the Ring, when they had first round matches were 15 minutes, then it was like 25 or 30 minutes second round, so the matches get a little rushed. I still like the atmosphere. I still like the atmosphere of the one night tournament better, but I get why people would like this type of tournament. Either way, I'm fine. I thought they did a good job of bringing the prestige of the King of the Ring, but dude, have it at Clash of Champions, man. Have it at your pay-per-view. Kick off the show with that.
Perfect. Yeah. Like if you don't put it on the pre-show, because I can see WWE putting it on the pre-show to get people to actually watch it.
Yeah, but I don't know. But that brings down the prestige to me.
Main card.
Yeah, that brings it a little bit to me, but I would have it that. I would have had it kick off the show, crown the king, boom, and then you go into your title matches. But so I guess that's our little take on the King of the Ring there, and let's go into and I wanted to go over because I thought that match was in the finals, and I actually just found out from you, that it wasn't going to be a Clash of Champions, and I just found out it's not. I guess it's on Raw, and yeah, there you go. Yeah, Baron Corbin will face Chad Gable in the final match. Don't miss King of the Ring final next Monday at 8 o'clock. There you go. Yep, it is official. Yeah, next Monday at 8 o'clock. There you go.
And the one thing I was actually going to say, I like how they actually talk about the importance piece. I actually like how the King of the Ring, they actually have their own graphics.
Yeah.
They have their own replay.
Love it.
Their own match screen, all that.
Love it. I would have went the extra mile and did like maybe change up the ring a little bit, like they do sometimes. They're putting like a red carpet when they do the the red ring when they put the like contract signings or stuff like that. I would have maybe changed it up a little bit. I would have done something like that, but it's fine. That's nitpicking. That's nitpicking. But yeah, that's me nitpicking. Okay, so let's go into our picks, man. I see here that our overall records to go. We started in the NXT SummerSlam weekend. So me and Boss, for those of you who are new and haven't been seeing, when we did we're doing the overall records. We haven't come up what's going to be the punishment or reward for this, but we're going to do it all the way to WrestleMania, and then we will decide, after WrestleMania, whatever our reward or punishment will be. We'll talk about that again after. But overall record so far, this is counting SummerSlam and NXT that weekend. I stand at 8. Correct, 8, 6, and 1. So I'm 8 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, and that was that Kofi Kingston match, I believe, that ended in a double count out or something. So I gave us both a draw. So I have 8 right, 6 wrong. Boss has 10 right, 4 wrong, and a draw. So you got me by 2, man. You got me by 2. I need to get some ground, and I don't feel a glance at Clash of Champions. I don't feel good about making picks for this show.
I don't feel good either. I don't feel good either.
Well, good. That's 2 of us, man, because anything could happen here. This is not very predictable, as we say, and I guess WWE likes that.
That's a good thing. I guess you give that as a good thing.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so let's go into it here, man. Let me click here so I can start making our picks and write them down so I don't forget. And okay, all right. So we can start. Let's start from the bottom of the card up. Have it listed here. I'm not saying the importance of the match, but I don't know. Do you want to start at the top? It's up to you.
Don't really make a difference to me, honestly. Flip
a coin. Oh, okay, fine. So let's start here with a match that we probably know nothing about because neither of us have been watching 205 Live. We got
if I lose one, I don't care.
Cruiserweight Championship, man. Drew Gulak, who's still the champion, versus Humberto Carrillo, and I think he's been kind of the protege of Drew Gulak from what I've been reading and the little highlights that I've seen. And they're taking on Lince Dorado too, so it's a triple threat match. Carrillo, Lince Dorado, Drew Gulak.
Who the guy in the middle is?
I think he started in NXT. I think he was he in the Upstart tour? I don't know. I think I picture him in my head, but I cannot. I'm lying if I tell you, man. And we're horrible. We didn't prepare anything. I didn't prepare anything for this damn show. I did for SummerSlam. I didn't do a lot of research. I've been watching and just doing that. But 205 Live, as I said, man, got so much on my plate, so much wrestling going on that it's kind of hard to watch everything, But I promise, as time goes by, I'll get a little more prepared.
Both of us. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Then if not, go listen to some other crap.
True.
All right, so you know what? Pick me a winner. Let's not spend too much time on this one.
Only for the safety reason, I'm just gonna say only Lorcan. Lince Dorado, if I'm correct, he's still part of the Lucha House Party, so I might keep doing stuff with them.
Yes. Okay, so Dorado, let me see here. I got somehow. Dorado defeated Carrillo on September 3rd edition of the show, and that's how he earned his spot in the match, and it turned into a triple threat. And there's history between Gulak formerly operating as a mentor for the high-flying Carrillo before a falling out in an eventual match that saw the youngster score the win. So being that Carrillo already has a win over Gulak, Lince, like you said, he's added to the match and he does his stuff with the Lucha House Party or something. I'm picking Gulak as well. So we both have him retaining?
Yep.
Okay, so let me write it here. Gulak.
Probably pinning, and no WWE 50-50 booking. This doesn't have to factor in, but this he's probably pinning Corey. I'm about to butcher.
Probably Carrillo.
Carrillo. Okay, I'm about to butcher that name again coming back. All right.
What is wrong with this thing? Let me see. Okay, here we go. Okay, Gulak. So we both got Gulak.
Yeah.
Retaining the championship. Next, remember, this is Night of Champions, where all championships will be defended, even all the worthless ones, which are probably most of the WWE championships, the way that they treat titles here. Speaking of that, the Women's Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross defend against Fire and Desire. Any thoughts?
Y'all kind of came out of nowhere. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, y'all really did. Where were y'all for since WrestleMania?
And they look good. Wasn't it at the Elimination Chamber that they started looking good? They had, they were dressed alike, and I'm like, hey, you know what? They have some great videos, I think, on YouTube and that of them trying donuts all over the world. And Mandy and her fine ass.
Still though.
What?
We haven't seen y'all since. Yeah. This is like Elimination Chamber, maybe WrestleMania, I think. And
this is another thing I hate about WWE. Sorry to cut. They got the match. You know how they got the match, right? They pinned the champions on SmackDown. Yes. And it's like it's so lazy, man. Just, let me go out there and have him beat the champion. Just like we'll talk about that Cedric Alexander. At least that was a 10-man tag and it wasn't 1-on-1. But dude, it's like every time somebody's a number one contender, just go out and pin the champion, and then we'll put you against him. It's a little lazy in my book.
To the champion for some weird reason.
Yeah, well. So who do you got here then? Fire and Desire, or Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross retaining?
Nikki Cross. Plus, I think people are actually starting to like that team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I kind of am too, to tell you the truth. So.
Okay.
I'll go with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross here.
I don't mind them at all either, man. I don't mind them. It's better than the Iconics having the tag team titles. Alexa Bliss is over, and Nikki Cross is pretty over as well, and they got an interesting dynamic there. So I don't mind that team. Again, the titles aren't being booked very good. They don't feel very prestigious. Fire and Desire,
I almost forgot they existed. I seriously did.
Well, I mean, I do kind of like him too. Sonya Deville is pretty damn good in the ring. Mandy Rose is great to look at, and she is not bad in the ring, I guess. She's getting better. I don't know. But yeah, she's okay. But yeah, I have to go with the champs as well too, man. So far we got same thing, man. I can't see myself pick. I don't see them losing the titles yet. Like, why are they gonna lose it, you know?
Right, it wouldn't make any sense.
So Bliss and Cross. Let's write this down here. I forgot how to type. Hey man, this is live. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
Bliss and Cross. Okay. So far we have not disagreed yet. Let's see. Next match on the card. Now we go Raw Tag Team Champ. More worthless Tag Team Championship. That's the Raw Tag Team Championship. This is interesting though. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman, and they're gonna take on the new team of the loser Dolph Ziggler and the severely underutilized and destroyed Robert Roode, not Bobby Roode, Robert Roode. So
again, they switched him from Bobby to Robert, and now back to Bobby, and now he's Robert again. Okay, fine. Fair enough.
Yeah, they have it listed here as Robert, so I don't know. Robert, Bobby, whatever it is, the former glorious one, which he lost his glorious appeal, I guess, as soon as he went to the main roster. And Dolph Ziggler. So who do you have here? The whole storyline, I guess, is Rollins, Strowman. Are they going to work together? How does this tell into the story of then their match later on? Is one of them going to do less work than the other one? What's going to happen here? What do you see going on?
Goodness, this is actually kind of hard.
It is.
A part of me don't think that one thrown together team of two guys that have been losing and really jobbing up until this point is going to beat another team that's been thrown together, but one of them's the world champion and another one was really kind of been tearing it up all throughout 2018, early 2019. But I can see for story purposes, Ziggler and Roode winning this thing, but something tells me they may split them two apart and have them feud with each other. So Seth and Braun. I'm going to say Seth and Braun here.
So you got Seth and Braun. I was hoping you were going to go with Ziggler, and I could see either one. I'm like you, man. I could see this is hard. I could see either one of them winning. Damn, Ziggler. That's a good point. The Ziggler and Rude might feud after. I mean, who do you make the face still? There's Rude gonna still be that baby. I hate Bobby Roode as a baby face. I want that old NXT prick, but it looks like they're not gonna do that, man, anytime soon. They've I don't know why they threw these guys in together. You have a tag team division that you're trying to build up, and then you just throw. There we go, Raw Tag Team Champion. It's guys that have been thrown together. I get the Seth Rollins and Strowman, what they wanted to do. Other people shitted all over it. I get it. The crowd popped huge when they won, so they did something right, I guess. But for the long term, it doesn't do anything good for Heavy Machinery and other tag teams like that. And on the Raw roster. Damn, I want to pick Ziggler and Rude again. I think they might take it, and then but I don't know. I see them going into their universal match still as tag team champions, and then whatever happens after that, you can still kind of play off of it.
Some intrigue, that could definitely add to the intrigue of the main event.
Yeah, unless they go like they turn Strowman again, but I don't see it. Why are they going to?
That wouldn't make any sense.
That would make no sense. It would make no sense to turn him heel again, because I can say he could, or maybe not heel, maybe just leaves the ring, and he's like, oh, these titles aren't important to me. I want the Universal title, and that kind of makes that title match even more intriguing. But that's kind of
wait a second. But then again, that would also contradict what Strowman said literally this past Monday on Raw when he said, "I love being tag champion."
He said he liked. Didn't he say I like being tag champion, but I want to love being Universal champion?
Or something along that line.
Yeah, so that could play. I mean, he could be like, okay, I like it, so I'm not going to do a lot of work. And I mean, I could see them losing too, and I want to take the other way. But I did that at SummerSlam just to go against you and try to get that. But I'm not going to do it here, man. I'm going to stick with Seth and Strowman. I think they, even though, damn, man, why would they throw Ziggler and Rude in though if they're not going to win the titles?
Well, they needed a tag team.
They had tag teams.
Good point.
They have tag team. You know what? I skipped over the other title match.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself now. I mean, we're sitting there talking about like WWE like doing super stuff. I mean, we saw what they did with Jinder Mahal. Like, he won one match, and then became WWE champion.
No, I could definitely see Ziggler and Rude winning the titles here, and them trying to justify that this is the way of getting these guys over again or something. And but I don't know, man. The story to me is Seth Rollins and Strowman. Are they going to get to that title match as tag team champions as well, or is it just going to be one of them going to screw the other one over? I don't see that happening because they're both baby faces and they're both over. So yeah, I want to pick Ziggler and Rude so bad, but no, I'm gonna stick with Strowman and Seth, man. So I'm gonna stick with Strowman and Seth, not to waste too much more time on that.
All right.
And the other, I skipped over this one, man. The other more tag team titles on the line. That's SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The New Day defending against the Revival. Are the Revival not on Raw? Or am I... No, they went to SmackDown.
I don't know at this point.
This is the whole thing with the wild card rule, right? It's like... I know they're with Randy. They're aligned with Randy Orton, and Orton is on SmackDown, so it makes sense. But I never saw them get traded to SmackDown or when they got drafted. Maybe I missed something. I thought they were on Raw and for 1 minute battling the Usos
and then they did the wild card rule like almost like 2 weeks afterwards or something like that.
It's just, man, they're so unorganized. It's one thing to have. I know a lot of people like chaos. We follow Murph's Great Universe Mode here on YouTube.com, and he always loves. He says, man, he loves a little chaos.
That's the truth. I'm starting to.
You're what?
I'm starting to. Like, I haven't watched him a whole lot.
Okay. Well, I've watched him for a while, but he's a pretty good, great. Not pretty good. He's a great Universe Mode creator, but still, he likes, just a point, man. He likes chaos. A lot of people like chaos. That's what they love. The Attitude Era, the NWO. They like that chaos, but you need to have some. You need to have some controlled chaos, as I call it, man. You need to have some organization around that chaos to make it make sense. And this wild card rule has nothing making sense. So, do you get some excitement? Do you get some, like, some good matches here and there, some good moments? But at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. And we're asking here, hey, how did the Revival get in this match? Well, here you go, man. But it's the New Day versus the Revival. It should be a good match. The New Day always puts on good matches. Revival's always good, so should be a great match. I like the Revival teaming with Randy Orton. I do like that.
Love that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm really liking that. So hopefully they keep with them and they get a good rub off of Randy Orton. Randy Orton always, I feel, does well when he's part of Legacy, Evolution, a group like that. So anyway, who do you got in this match? And does a New Day retain or does a Revival win the championship?
I can see them just going for one more month because it seems like so many things are building towards Hell in a Cell literally next month in October. So, for argument's sake, I'm going to say New Day wins here, and there's one more match down the line inside Hell in a Cell.
So you think it's going to be New Day and Revival inside of Hell in a Cell?
I can see them doing it. I mean, they probably want to recapture the magic that they did with the Usos in the New Day. I could probably see them wanting to do that.
Could do that, or they could do a 6, or they could do all 3 members of the New Day, and then the Revival and Randy Orton. The question is who's going to be champions, and you could have them for both titles.
Easy. Yeah, that's what
you could have them for both titles.
If
the
Revival went 6. That would be the wildest and the coolest thing if they actually go with that. I will rock with that. That would be a sick idea.
So I would book that. I would book New Day to win here. I would book Kofi to win after, and then I would have maybe the Revival and Randy Orton win it at Elimination Chamber. Man, they beat the New Day. In Hell in a Cell.
I'm about to say what?
Yeah. Sorry. 6. I'm sorry. I'm getting dementia. I'm old. Man, a 6-man tag match inside a Hell in a Cell. Yeah, that'll be sick. Look at that, man.
WWE and Tag Team Championship. That'd be awesome.
Well, if anybody's hearing from WWE, if anybody listens to this or gets it from secondhand, please use it, man. Use that idea, man. We want to see a little New Day and the Revival and Orton inside Hell in a Cell. That'll make it interesting, something new. Okay, so you got the New Day then. Damn, again, I want to disagree with you. But being that I just booked that, I'm like, and I could see them giving Orton and the Revival the title here and maybe having New Day chase it, but I think I don't think it's time. I think they still keep it on the New Day, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the New Day again, man. Damn, I want you to pick Sever, man, so I could gain some ground on you, but
you're giving me for a pick on this.
I am. I'm giving you first pick, so let me see. Maybe I should get first pick next time. Let me see. Yeah, so next we have the United States Championship. AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. Alexander got a clean pinfall victory over Styles in that 10-man tag match on Raw in the Madison Square Garden show. So, who do you got here, man? Does Cedric beat AJ Styles?
I want you to pick this one first.
AJ Styles. I see no way. Not that Cedric doesn't deserve it or he can't be United States champion. I think he'd be a great United States champion. Could have some great matches with it. But I don't think AJ's gonna lose it yet, unless they're gonna do AJ versus Seth Rollins after this again and make him go for the title. But I just don't see him do it here, especially after he got pinned in that match. I'm picking AJ Styles.
Yep. I'm in the same ballpark.
Damn it.
I'm picking AJ. For that same reason, because Cedric.
I can't do this with you, man. We think too much alike.
Probably. We've been doing it.
Oh, man.
And for this show,
or maybe this is more predictable than we thought, man.
Maybe. I don't know. That's probably what it is.
Maybe.
I'm probably actually wait. Seeing how they've really kind of been pushing Cedric like this with his feud with McIntyre, him getting an upset win over McIntyre.
Oh, that's true. That was a big win. And Styles is being pushed in like a main event capacity. Him and the club, they've been kind of pushed to the.
I don't think they would have did that thing with him and Seth if that wasn't where they were going to go. So I can see, and plus the OC technically still wants their rematch for the tag titles and all that stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go with AJ again. Okay. I was about to switch and say Cedric.
Yeah. Just like I still want to switch that Ziggler and Robert Roode because but
yeah. Man.
Okay. Well, next, and I could look. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler. I guess that's the unpredictability that we wouldn't be surprised if they go against logic, if they go against what we're thinking here, what's been building, because they do that, man. They'll pull the trigger and boom, Alexander will become champion, or Roode or Ziggler will be champion. They're doing it. They're known for doing something like that.
I don't think a lot of people thought Ricochet were going to beat Samoa Joe at Stomping Ground, but he did.
Exactly. So things like that, yeah. All right. So the other mid-card championship, the Intercontinental Championship, the champion Shinsuke Nakamura, now with Sami Zayn as his mouthpiece, versus a man that needs no mouthpiece, but has been really boring me as of lately as a babyface, The Miz.
I'm going with The Miz here.
Really? You think he's going to beat Shinsuke?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be So you know what? This will be where we disagree, because I got Shinsuke Nakamura.
Here's why I think so.
Got it. Go ahead.
They've been playing The Miz can become a 9-time Intercontinental Champion.
That's true.
Who else is a 9-time Intercontinental Champion that is no longer working with WWE right now?
Chris Jericho.
Do that to stick it to Jericho.
Gotcha.
And WWE would be petty enough to do it. So I can see that happening. And Shinsuke hasn't been doing crap with the Intercontinental title.
You make such a great point that you make me want to change my pick. But I still think that with Sami Zayn as his mouthpiece, they're trying to go somewhere here. I could see The Miz win it and then he loses it right back to Shinsuke, or he feuds with Zayn. Zayn maybe backstabs. I don't know. I mean, they could do some crazy. There's a lot of stuff that they could do here. So, man, I guess Nakamura. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll stick with Nakamura. We'll go different here. I'll stick with Nakamura. So you finally have someone winning a championship, because I think so far we've had every champion retain. The Cruiserweight champion, all tag team champions, we have them retain. We're going to have to be wrong with that, man. Someone's going to have to lose a title, but... Okay, so you might be right there with The Miz. It might be The Miz.
It's happen in a match that we're not expecting to.
Yeah, it might be The Miz. Okay, we're getting out to the heavy hitters here now. Next match, no disqualification, man. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. We spoke about this a little bit yesterday, I think, off air when we were talking, or the day before, about Eric Rowan's push. And go ahead, I'll give. Or you want me to take it first and take the first pick again? Okay. No disqualification, meaning there's not going to be a count. There's not going to be a. Well, there could still be a fuck finish, as they call, but it's not going to. Someone's going to get pinned here. I still say, and I stick to this, I know there are other people, and I mentioned Third again because I argue with him. Well, I got to have him here on one time because we argue a lot more than me and you do. We think a lot alike. He likes Eric Rowan's push. He thinks he's a main eventer. He likes people having just something new going on. I said, you know what, I argue for this. I said, I'm not saying that Eric Rowan does not deserve it. I'm not saying that I don't like this, how they're using Eric Rowan. I do like how they're showing it, but for this particular angle, I don't see Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan as the payoff. I still see it as Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan as the payoff. I think Bryan is going to come into this match, and they're going to either double team it, so no disqualification, so it's open to that. Daniel Bryan's going to come in, fuck over Roman Reigns. Eric Rowan gets the victory over Roman Reigns, and it sets up Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for Hell in a Cell.
As you were saying that's exactly what my thought process was for this match.
So you got Rowan winning as well.
I got Eric Rowan. Personally.
Which, if it was a one-on-one match, like no disqualification, you tell me, can I see them putting Rowan cleanly over Roman Reigns? No, I would say Roman Reigns gets the victory. But since it's a disqualification, and they're gonna further that storyline, and no third. Eric Rowan is not a main event player. I don't care what anybody tells you, man. Eric Rowan is not a main event player. He's a good talent. He's a good sidekick. He might even be a good mid-card wrestler. He could be U.S. champion, Intercontinental champion, like Luke Harper was for a while. I do not see Eric Rowan.
Huh? 26,000 time. Tag champion for the 26,000 time.
Tag champion for the 250,000 time. Yeah, but I do not see Eric Rowan. I'm sorry. You guys could argue, tell me if I'm wrong, but I do not see Eric Rowan as a main eventer, and I don't Do I like change? Do I like to see new guys getting opportunities like a Cedric Alexander, like a Ricochet? Do I like seeing this? Absolutely. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar all the time as champion. I'm fine with Rollins. I'm fine with someone else winning the title. I'm great with Kofi being champion, even though he's not a new guy, but he's new at that level. But change for the sake of change, I don't like. It seems that some people don't care about the logic or the storyline or the creativity. All they want to do is see something new or see some chaos. I'm not in that camp. I like to see something make sense. I like a good story. I like good progression. And the payoff being Rowan and Reigns, I do not see it. I'll be shocked if Roman Reigns just pins him and that's it. And that's the end of the field. I'll be very shocked and disappointed.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll be mad, disappointed if. Cause then it's okay, so how would you justify at that point Brian even getting involved in this thing in the first place?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It makes no sense, and sometimes they do. They don't use logic in a lot of things, but with a storyline like this that they put so much time into it, and with Roman Reigns, I don't see him totally dropping the ball here. I see a payoff of Roman versus Bryan, which will be a great match, and we'll talk about that if it comes up. Let's go ahead and let's go forward with the next match. I guess we both have Eric Rowan. The women's match is now coming up. This will be interesting. All 4 horsewomen are involved in title matches here. I do like that. They deserve it. Other people say, oh, it was Rush, it was that. You know what? Kiss my ass. I don't care. These women deserve it. They all do a great damn job in the ring, on the mic. I like them. First up, SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley.
Can I add one other thing?
Yeah, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Despite Charlotte Flair being, a Flair, despite that.
And the chosen one.
I've seen people make the argument all the time she's only where she is because of her dad. Bro, no.
If that argument holds true, then David Flair would be here, and David Flair is wrestling nowhere because he sucks, okay? He sucked, and it didn't matter that he had the genes of his dad. He sucked, okay? His other son, I forgot his name, the one that died. I heard he was better. I heard he was a good wrestler. He wasn't too bad.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. So there you go. So great point, man. Yeah, Charlotte Flair, you know what? Kiss my ass. Charlotte Flair is great. She's better. She's gotten a lot better on the mic. She seems more natural. She seems a lot more comfortable on the mic. She's getting that. And I like that either if she's a babyface or a heel, she has to be the same way. Because Flair had his moments where he was a face in WCW, and then he was a heel, and he never changed who he was. He was still Ric Flair. She needs to be Charlotte Flair. She can't come out there hugging people or kissing babies and this and that. She needs to be Charlotte Flair whether they're cheering her or not.
Good point. Okay,
thank you.
Now we got that part of Charlotte Flair actually good.
So Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. I'll let you go first in this one. Go ahead. Bayley, does she keep the title? Does Charlotte win it?
Bayley, easy. I'm sorry. What? Hold on. I mean, they had Charlotte beat Trish Stratus of all people.
I was expecting that, though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you think this is probably their way of capitalizing on her beating Trish Stratus?
No. I mean, I would be. I don't say I would be surprised because Charlotte could be a 100-time champion. I'm not going to be surprised if she wins, but I'm like you. My first thing is, dude, they got Sasha and Bayley really hot right now. Why are you going to do that to Bayley and just take the title off of her? I see Bayley holding a victory. Maybe now since she's a heel, she could do a little payback on Charlotte, and she could win this match by some heel tactics that Charlotte would always use. So I kind of see that going on here.
And then the announcer will play hypocrisy about it.
Yeah, there you go. I see that. So you got Bayley as well.
Yeah, I'll go with Bayley.
Okay. And again, we would not be surprised if Charlotte Flair won, though, because they're giving her the title 500 times. But I still see Bayley, and that leads into their next match, the Raw Women's Championship, the man Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. A returning Sasha Banks.
Well, Ric Flair had his way. She would no longer be the man.
She'd be the woman, or the dude, or the bro.
Yeah. No.
Oh wait,
no.
Matt Rutherford will be like, no, bro.
No. Look back. I don't really like Matt Riddle like that. Okay.
You know what?
I don't really like Matt Riddle like that. Personally.
Oh, you don't? Why? Because he smokes pot?
No, not even that.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into it now.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. We'll talk about it later.
I'm going to say Sasha Banks. I'll say Sasha Banks here because, again, they got, Sasha's been on fire and the talk of, I guess, the WWE Women's Division since she came back. And Becky, all right, cool. Becky 2 belts were fine. It was fun. Then she lost 1 belt at Money in the Bank. Okay. Now she loses this one. Sorry.
Oh man, I was hoping for you to say Becky Lynch so I could disagree with you and go Sasha Banks because she's hot. But you know what? There's something. I keep looking at the match and I'm like, you know what? Yes, it writes itself, right? Where Bayley keeps it, Sasha wins. They're both on this power trip, kind of, you know, Triple H and Stone Cold back in the day, where one was IC champ, the other one was, you know, that two-man power trip that they had. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Like so yeah, I could see like that, especially, you know, both of them. I could see that, but then something in me is saying, you know what? I don't see them taking the title yet from Becky. There's something in me saying I don't think they take it, even though this is the moment to take it off of her.
Yeah, I don't know how long. They probably, maybe, if Ronda Rousey comes back, I think she is coming back. Is Ronda Rousey coming back?
I don't know yet. I don't know if she is or not. Now, that's an interesting thing. We could talk about this after, but these four women, you know how they the women already main evented. I would like to see, some other people might not want to, but I think if told well, if the story's told well, you could have a fatal four-way with these four women to unify the championships or title for title. You could have that at WrestleMania as well. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of redundant because then you're having no, they didn't. They never. All four of them didn't fight though. Maybe in NXT they've had that fatal four-way, but they have not had it on the main roster.
Like, as far as unifying the championship.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would, but now if they're gonna keep the brand separate, which I heard they're gonna try to get rid of the wild card rule and they're gonna see a separate. So I don't see that unification. So maybe it doesn't happen. Right. But I could see some. I would, like, if I was booking fantasy booking, I would have that at WrestleMania. These four women for the title, and then I would have. Or maybe for one of the titles, and then I would have Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. You have those two women matches, you are set at WrestleMania with women's matches, man.
They got Rhea Ripley versus Shayna. That should be.
Oh, that should be great too, man. That's maybe that's the one that takes the title from her in NXT. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So you like Sasha Banks? Then I want. Oh my God.
No. You may have a point. So. I'm actually going to go with Becky for this.
Oh, you are? I'm still...
I'm going to switch, and I'll probably might say Becky.
Okay, you know what? Just to go against you then, I'll stay with Sasha then. How about that? So I got Sasha Banks, and you have... So I'll have Banks and Bayley getting that big push coming out of there, which is probably not going to happen. Watch them both lose their matches now. And it makes no damn sense because you got them red hot. You got that. The logical thing to do is give both these women the damn championship. They're heels. They don't need that big crowning moment. They're heels. They don't need that big... Just get them the titles now, but okay.
But we know WWE. When is logic
sometimes they
played into them 100% of the time?
You're right, and that's what has me going for Becky. Maybe that's a fuck finish as well. Maybe Bayley and maybe both women get involved in both of their matches and they end up in a DQ or some crap like that. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll get some good matches out of that. Anyway, let's keep going forward then because we could talk about that forever. WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston once again defending against Randy Orton. Is this, and I think we talked about a lot with the Revival and that going into Hell in a Cell, so this is kind of easy. I think I still have Kofi winning this one.
Yeah, I think I got Kofi winning this. This is probably the last time I'm going to say Kofi here because I think they're losing to Allen. He's going to probably lose it at Allen, so.
To Randy. I mean,
wouldn't have been a bad race.
Okay. I could see that, or I could see him losing it as soon as they start on Fox, which is coming up soon, right? In October next month, right? Or
early October, yeah.
Yeah, it says yeah. And they have him ever. There's something here that says these two are advertised to wrestle for the title in a triple threat with Dolph Ziggler on the SmackDown debut episode on Fox in October.
What?
I don't know, boss. I don't know. I mean, does that mean it doesn't mean anything? It means that Randy Orton could be champion and Kofi coming up. But if they're advertising that, I still see Kofi winning it, and hopefully they do something like that of Hell in a Cell. All three of these guys, all six of these men. So I'm gonna stick with that. So we both got Kofi. Okay. Universal Championship. Last match, man. Seth Rollins. Is he gonna retain against Braun Strowman, or are we gonna have a new champion?
Nope. Seth Rollins. Sorry. I wouldn't normally second guess that, but I mean, seeing this whole stop and start thing that's done with Braun 24/7.
Yeah. Well, I gotta agree with you, man. There's no, with Strowman, there's no. If they didn't pull the trigger before, I don't see them pulling it right now. He was way hotter before. They could have pulled the trigger against either Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins just had 2 big wins against Brock Lesnar, right? The Beast Slayer. Now this guy beat Brock Lesnar twice. He's gonna go on and beat and lose to Braun Strowman. I don't think so, unless some crazy shit happens here. They lose the title. Something happens, but no, yeah, I don't see it, man. Seth Rollins still champion after this.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So to recap, I think we have only 2. Let's see, we got Seth. We both got Gulak. We both got Bliss and Cross retaining. We got Seth and Strowman retaining. We have the New Day winning, both of us. We both have AJ Styles. You sure you don't want to change it to Alexander? What? Okay. So this is where we disagree. I got Nakamura retaining. You have The Miz winning, which you're probably going to be right about that. We both have Rowan. Well, I didn't write here Rowan for you. Let me write it in. Rowan. Okay. And we both have Bailey retaining. But you say Becky is also going to retain. I say Sasha Banks wins the championship. And then we both have Kofi and Rollins. So we just disagree on the Becky Sasha and the Miz and Nakamura. So that's going to... So, well, let's see. If I win those 2, then we'll be tied. If you win those 2, then you're going to be 4 ahead of me, and I'm going to be in big trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. You sure you don't want to change your picks?
Yep, I'm sticking with it.
I'm feeling kind of saucy. I want to change that Seth and Strowman to Bobby Roode and Ziggler.
I can see why.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it.
I can see.
I'm gonna do it.
Go right ahead. Okay.
Let it be on record. I am checked that they will lose the tag team titles. So I got Roode and Ziggler. There we go. Okay. So now we got 3. That way, if I hit all 3, I can get ahead of you. So there we go.
Yeah.
Against my better judgment, but I was going back and forth on that one. I could also see the Revival winning against the New Day, but with my whole Hell in a Cell thing there. So all right, man. So that's it. That's a wrap, and we did it in 51 minutes.
Yes.
Under an hour, baby. We did it. Woohoo!
Let's go.
Well, thanks for joining me, boss. Any last words?
Not a problem at all. Just stay locked into here and every other channel with you before, and be a boss, and I will holler at y'all later.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining me, boss. This has been the unofficial 3rd podcast here on my channel, Clash of Champions preview predictions, and we will have a follow-up where we'll go over our predictions and review of Clash of Champions, and we'll talk a little more. I'll probably get everything right, and I'll be bitching and moaning again and complaining. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me, man. Try to enjoy Clash of Champions. Have a great rest of the weekend whenever you hear this, or rest of the week. So thank you all, man. Hit that subscribe button, like. It helps the channel. Check y'all later. Wait. Whoa. One more thing. Do not click out, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We're gonna include one more prediction here because we talked about it. It should be on Clash of Champions. Boss, who do you have winning King of the Ring? Baron Corbin, Chad Gable?
Baron Corbin, especially since it's on Raw.
Damn it, I got Baron Corbin too. You know what? Whatever, man. We talked about it already. Bye. Thanks, guys, again. Hit that. I wanted to disagree with you, man, but I can't.
I know you did. I want to marinate something too, but whatever. We ain't gonna get into that.
No, please. I mean, we clicked that here, and I'm so glad that didn't come out here in this thing anyway.
Inside
Shut the hell up.
What we're talking about.
So we both got Baron Corbin winning King of the Ring. Doesn't make any damn difference here, but I'll add it onto the predictions as well. Yeah, man. No, look, I can see Chad Gable winning it, he deserves it, but no, man. It's like the crown, the scepter. I mean, it belongs on Corbin's head. Now he's gonna piss a lot of people off, and he's gonna get more heat for it. So they're gonna give it to him. Anything else? You want to marinate anything?
Oh, no, I'm cool.
Okay, good. All right, well, thanks a lot, man. Just wanted to add that, guys. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on that bell for notifications, and thank you once again for joining us, Clash of Champions preview and predictions.